important points. That is called short notes. You have to write down, you have to jot down some important key points so that you can remember later. So why we should take notes for preparing essay writing? Suppose you are asked to write an essay. So you need to, at first you have to brainstorm and you need to take some important points in your mind. And after that, if you read newspaper reading and for article reading, and if you want to understand any text, and you have to take some important points from the full text. And while summarizing is also important for you. And in your question paper, when you will be asked to write a summary, you have to use the important notes you have taken from the text. Today we will show a text in front of you, and from the text, at first you will read the text very minutely and you will just extract some important points. I think you have written all this, and what will be the characteristics of note making. The characteristics of note making. Okay, so I think characteristics of note making. So a note should be, it will be short and compact. The notes will be short and compact. It will be understandable also, and there must be complete information. Complete information will be there, and the notes will be logical. Complete information will be there. Complete information. It will be logical. Understandable. So, when you will read the notes after the meeting or after the class, after some days, so you should understand that what you have written. It will be short, but it must be understandable. If you don't understand the notes you have written, so the notes will be meaningless. Clear to you? Now, go for the passage. Suppose you have been given this type of text, and you are asked just to write down 4, 5, 6 short notes from this text. This is the example. So at first you have to read the passage several times. 3, 4, 5 times you read the passage and what the passage is about. This passage is about the reading books. So what are the important points there? You have to read and you have to understand the meaning, and in the question paper, maybe that you will be asked to write down some important benefits of reading books. Since the passage is regarding reading. Reading is a fundamental skill that plays a vital role in our lives. It's not just about deciphering words on a page, but about if the doors it opens, the knowledge is imparts. So these are the benefits, these are the advantages of reading. So if you are asked to write the advantages of reading, so the words it allows us to explore. Reading is an essential tool for learning, expanding our horizons and fostering imagination. So reading expand your horizon of knowledge. It fosters your imagination. Whether it's reading textbooks, newspapers, online articles, whatever it is, we gain information and helps us understand the world. So books are a treasure trove of knowledge. They contain the wisdom of generations, the discoveries of great minds, and the stories of diverse cultures. Reading books can educate us on history, science, literature, and countless other subjects. It's like having a mentor. guiding us through the complexities of life. So all these are positive sides of reading books. So if your question may be like this, that write down some positive sides. Write down some positive sides of reading books, or write down some advantages of reading books, write down some benefits of reading books. All things maybe advantages or benefits of reading books. So you have to, okay, from the given passage or from the text. So read the text first. After that, you just find out that what are the important points, what are the benefits of reading books. So you can write like this: the advantages or the benefits, whatever you say, whatever you get in the question paper, you write that specific. The benefits of reading books. The benefits of reading books are as follows, or are given below, has been given below, are as follows. So benefits of reading books are as follows. Number one, what could be the first one? So it opens the door of knowledge. It opens the door of knowledge. It's an essential tool for learning. Reading books. The benefits of reading books. This is the key word. So you have to find out that what are the benefits, what are the advantages. So reading books. It opens the door of knowledge. Clear? Number two, so it expands our horizon, it fosters our imagination, it opens the door of knowledge, it allows us to explore. So you have to take the notes from this text. You just collect the word. At first you just have to understand the meaning of the text. After that you go to the question and just get the key points, not the full sentence. Only the important points. It explores us. It allows us to explore. It allows us to explore. It allows us to explore. It is an essential tool for learning. So this is obviously positive side. Essential tool. So reading is essential. Essential tool for learning. It is an essential tool for learning. It is an essential tool for learning. It expands our horizon. It expands from the behind. Can you see, Shunota? Can you see it? Can you see the word? It expands our horizon of knowledge. Horizon of knowledge. And it fosters our imagination. So all these are positive things. It fosters our imagination. If you can't see the lower part, I can write on the top, on the upper part of the board. It fosters our imagination. So there are lots of points. It fosters our imagination. Number 5. Reading fosters our imagination. Fosters our imagination. Okay? So lots of things. Yes? Any question? So did you understand that how to take the important points? In your question paper, okay, it will not be written that write down short notes, but you have to understand. You have to understand that you just extract, you need to extract some important points, the key points. You have to, okay, after properly understanding the text. Any question regarding short note making? So if you understand the text properly, you can write. And there you can write maybe 4, 6, 7 or 8 points, not more than that. Okay. Now, after that I want to discuss the graph. Graph here, can you see the line graph?
Yes,
This is called line graph. Okay, have you written all of you the short notes?
yes, ma'am.
So graph is important for you. This is line graph, and after that we will learn some vocabulary, some important words. So can you see the word about the graph is? The graph below shows population figures of India and China since the year 2000 and predicted population growth up until 2050. 2000 to 2050. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So line graph, and in your class test there was the pie chart. In the class test, okay, there was the pie chart, and this is the line graph. So you need to understand that the color. This is India. The purple color shows India, and the pink color. Pink color it shows China. And I am giving you a sample answer here. Look at it. This is a sample answer. This is the graph shows how the population of India and China have changed since 2000 and how they will change in the future. Any question, please? Do you have any question? Okay. You can ask me. Is there any question? Okay, you can go out if there is any issues. Asim. So, in the line graph we can see two countries, India and China. And there is the population growth from 2000 to 2050. So, what would be the approximate population in 2050? And just you have to analyze like this. Look at the year 2000, 2010, 2020, 2030, 40, 50. So in the graph we see that in 2030 almost the population will become the same, India and China. So you have to analyze this. You have to analyze that. Look at here, according to the growth, there were in 2000 there were some people living in China than in India. What do you see in the graph? In 2000 there are more population in China. Is it?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
pink is more population in China. The number of Chinese is, okay, you have to see the graph and you just mentioned, but think of the structure. The sentences are very easy and simple. Simple sentences, and some discourse markers or some transitional words like according to, over the same period, you have to use this. You have to, over the same period, according to the growth, the population in India will increase more quickly than China. Okay? So, after that, after this, these type of discourse markers or the transition words you have to use. Okay? So, after this, China's population is likely to fall slightly, 1.4 billion in 2050. While India's population will probably increase and reach. So what we are seeing, we get that in 2050, India's population has been, in 2050, what you are seeing here, India's population will be increased. Yes, the population of India or India's population, you just write like this, will be increased than the China's population. China's population, and in this way you have to mention like this. And I think if you try to write down some correct sentence. Okay, in your answer script I saw that the graph shows, but some of you have written graph show. The graph shows only. So what is the problem here? What is the mistake? Is. Yes. This is third person and single number. So the graph shows. Clear? The graph illustrates. We can write like this, the graph illustrates, the graph describes, narrates, no problem. The graph elucidates, the graph. Okay? So you can use different words, synonymous words, but you have to just write down correct word. Okay, so on the other hand, China's population will peak in 2030 and then begin to fall. Okay, you can add more passages, no problem. In the paragraph writing, there will be only one paragraph, but in the graph, you can write 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, no problem. Okay. So this is the line graph. I think this is the first time we are discussing the line graph. And another part for you regarding the bonus marks of word meaning, vocabulary, word meaning and its uses. These words are very much important, and those who have some target to sit for the IELTS exam to enrich their vocabulary for better purpose, for self-development, these words are very much important for you. These words are somehow maybe very much new, ambiguous, conflagration. I think, did you heard about conflagration? Not at all. So write down in your copy with the word meaning also. Ambiguous, I think ambiguous, you have heard this. Ambiguous. Did you? Ambiguity, ambiguous, not clear or unclear, something like this. Ambiguous, maybe the statement is ambiguous. Maybe you can say that his statement or her statement is ambiguous. That means the statement is unclear. You cannot understand what he or she is saying. So ambiguous. Ambiguous means open to more than one interpretation. Open to more than one interpretation or more than one answer.
What does interpretation means?
Interpretation means explanation. Interpretation means explanation. Open to more than one interpretation. So each and everybody will pronounce it. Ambiguous. You have to pronounce it. ambiguous. So any type of a statement or any type of ideas or opinions may be unclear, may have more than one explanation or may have more than one answer. It is called ambiguous. Clear? Next, conflagration. Conflagration means a large destructive fire. A large destructive fire is maybe a huge damage, a great conflict. Conflagration. You just pronounce like this. Conflagration. Everybody? Conflagration. Okay, is it tough to pronounce? Conflagration. Yes. Conflagration means a large destructive fire. So in the next day I will ask you this word meaning also. Conflagration. Large destructive fire. Next. Okay, have you written this 1 and 2? You have written this? Next, conjecture. Conjecture. What do you understand by conjecture? Conjecture, an opinion based on incomplete information. Conjecture means somehow it can be, you can gaze an opinion based on incomplete information. That means there is no complete information, or you need to have some anticipation. You need to have some anticipation regarding anything. After that, diatribe. Diatribe. Is this new to you? Is this completely new?
Yes,
Okay, everybody just pronounce with me. Diatribe. Diatribe. This is a forceful and bitter verbal attack. Verbal means which is from your vocal, right? From the vocal. So one type of abuse, or any type of, yes, any type of, I think, term of abuse. Those people who can scold, any bad scolding. Yes, maybe using slang language. Okay, so this is bitter verbal attack. So you have to remember, you people, you just practice with your friends. Practice these words. You can ask each other. Otherwise, you can't remember these words. So number 1 was ambiguous. Ambiguous, that means they're open to many interpretation, more than one interpretation. Number 2 is, what is? Conflagration. So what is the meaning of conflagration? Conflagration. Huge damage or destructive fire. Large destructive fire. Thank you. Next, conjecture. Conjecture means something based on incomplete information. Okay, you have to pronounce it again and again so that you can remember. And diatribe. Bitter verbal attack. Forceful and bitter verbal attack. Another thing, disparage. So, disparage. To belittle. To belittle or regard as being of little word. To belittle. Belittle is a verb. So to make people inferior, to make people mean, to one type of insult. To belittle or regard as being of little word. And diverse or diverse. You can pronounce it diverse or diverse. Diverse, to reveal information. To reveal information. To reveal information. Diverse, to reveal information. That means, okay, to make it, okay, aren't you but suddenly you got some realization. You got some positive things. So this is called epiphany. Epiphany. Sudden realization. Equivocate. Equivocate, to use ambiguous language to conceal the truth. Equivocate, to use ambiguous language. Ambiguous, we know the meaning of ambiguous, so which is unclear, which is not clear, or okay, some ambiguity is there. So ambiguous language to conceal the truth. Conceal means to make it secret. So to keep the truth concealed, to keep the truth secret, people may use ambiguous languages, ambiguous words. This is called equivocate. I think these type of words are completely new. Did you hear these type of words? Equivocate? Okay, so try to remember these words. So to make your writing enriched, your speaking very enriched, you need to use this type of new words. New and okay, very important words for you. Clear? Equivocate? Okay, next. Today we will learn only 10 words. Exonerate. Exonerate means to absolve or someone, to absolve someone from blame or fault. What does absolve means? To free. To free someone. To free someone from blame or fault. To free someone from blame or fault. Absolve. Absolve means to free. To free someone from blame or fault. This is called exonerate. Okay? Last, for today's last word is fallacious. You
Fallacious.
write down, please. Write down those words. In the next day, I will ask you the meaning of the words and its users also. It will be your homework. Okay? You, each and everybody, you pronounce with me. Exonerate. Exonerate. Okay. So to free someone from blame or fault. And fallacious based on a mistaken belief. Fallacious. This is fallacy or false. Mistaken belief. Fallacious. So these 10 words are completely new to you, or one or two words you knew previously. I think one word at least ambiguous you knew previously. No, nothing. The 10 words are completely new to you. So you have to practice. And in this way, if you just try to remember at least 5 words in a day, so your vocabulary will be enriched. Obviously, there is no doubt. Have you finished? Finished writing? So try to practice these words and the word meaning with your friends. And in the next class, I will ask you, and one homework for you, just try to write in one sentence for one word.
Okay, ma'am.
Just one sentence, and I will check it and we will practice in the class.
Inshallah.
Thank you very much.